Hello and welcome to another Game Nexus arcade tour. Once again, we will be looking at the local movie theater arcade. Of course, we start out with the Galga Miss Pac-Man game that's been here the whole time. It's the same machine pretty much. It's really never changed. The first new one is this Warzade, which is a game on the Konami Viper hardware released in 2002. This game uses a PowerPC 200 megahertz processor and a flash disk to hold all the data and everything. There's even a 4-player version called World Combat. Then we got the Bling King Redemption game here, where you can get like various little emojis and knickknacks and everything. Then of course is the Raw Thrills Guitar Hero Arcade. This runs off of those little Dell computers, but if I recall correctly, this had a problem with the right guitar, so player 2 couldn't play this. Maybe they had to jiggle the USB cable on the computer. I don't know. And then Gravity Hill is another like gumball machine type redemption game where you can win little prizes and everything. And nicely enough, there was a Wolverine thing in there, because at the time I was seeing the Wolverine. Now here's our Hot Stuff Crane machine, which has various balls in it, and it's been pretty full as of recent. It's not been as bad as like some of the past times. Fast and the Furious Supercars is another Raw Thrills game that runs off of those little Dell computers. And there was actually one time when I was in this arcade and there was a whole dollar's worth of credit in here, and I could actually play a free game. I also played the Fast and the Furious Super Bikes, which is a fairly similar car game, except for it uses motorcycles instead. Then the next one is House of the Dead, the original arcade version, the standard cabinet. This is Model 2C CRX, as opposed to Virtua Fighter 2's Model 2A or Fighting Viper's Model 2B. Very nice standard cabinet. The arcade that used to be in the mall that closed used to have the deluxe cabinet with the nice projection screen, but sadly that arcade completely closed. Then we have Ghost Squad Evolution, which runs on Sega Lindbergh Red, which it has pretty much the same setup as the original Ghost Squad with the big green machine gun rifles. Very nice machine. Very fun game to play too. I believe it never got a console port to my knowledge unless it got a digital release. Then we got Big Buck Hunter Wild HD, which I believe this is a bit of an upgrade to the previous version that used to be here, which was just like the Big Buck Hunter Wild, but not the HD. There's like actually some real human characters and people that'll show up on its attract mode screens. Terminator Salvation is another Raw Thrills gun shooter game. But unfortunately, it's out of order, so I'm guessing maybe it needs a new CMOS battery or something. There is the Versus basketball game that's been here the whole time as well. I've seen people play that sometimes. Same old little redemption machines. They kind of swap out and differ from time to time, and the little things you can actually get in them kind of changes. Now this is one of the big changes, is Alien Armageddon is back, and it replaces Dirty Drivin' from last time. It's another Raw Thrills gun shooter game using those little Dell PCs. And of course, if you didn't notice, the Sega Blast City with bass fishing is gone, and they've just like kind of pushed all the other machines in its place there. And we also have our little coin pusher here. Nothing too amazing. The Air Effects air hockey table with the digital scoring is still here. Every once in a while I'll come into the movie theater and hear somebody playing that. Then there's that like crane type machine with the T-Rex thing that I saw in Journey to the Claw Machine one time. Same bunch of redemption machines, like all different kinds with varying prizes. Sometimes they're to do with like the movies that are out, like as I mentioned earlier, that Wolverine one. And then another toy one here. And then finally here, replacing Jurassic Park over here, is Star Wars Trilogy Arcade. As I'd mentioned, sometimes they kind of put these here to coincide with the movies, kind of how they had Jurassic Park last time. This pretty much went here when Rogue One was in the theater. So it was kind of cool to have this deluxe Star Wars Trilogy arcade on the Sega Model 3 Step 2 arcade hardware. Very nice and very fun game. Well, that is the extent of the arcade for March of 2017. And when there's been like a couple of game changes and significant changes to this arcade, I will have another video. Until then, I will see you later. Bye.